Fever, Mary Kay, and this is the perfect weekend to start planning your garden because we have the Chicago Flower and Garden Show in town at Navy Pier with lots of different displays, and we also have our expert with us today. It's one from the Chicago Botanic Garden, and the event that you're hosting, Benjamin Carroll, is Hope for Healing the Planet. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Now, tell us about the whole green planet and the idea in terms of this event that you've got going on at Navy Pier today.
It's really to highlight the sustainable gardening and how we can be a little bit more environmentally friendly in our gardens. And so just thinking about the 3 R's is a real starting point. So reuse, recycle, and reduce. And if we start with reduce, you can talk about reducing your use of gasoline.
Okay, that's one key thing here.
Yeah, gasoline, you can cut out things like using a gas hedge trimmers or a blower. You can use a rake instead. So going back to kind of more old-fashioned methods, but using less gasoline to do that.
I like the reuse idea, like using old newspaper to create an actual pot?
Yeah, a biodegradable pot. Let me show you how easy it is. You just take a little spice jar and roll it up. Fold in the ends. Take out the pot.
That's beyond simple.
Yeah, it's so simple. And staple it, and you're ready to go. And that's biodegradable.
And it won't leak or anything because of the way you folded it on the bottom?
Right, exactly. And eventually, eventually it will degrade, but that's okay for the environment. It's just environmentally safe.
Now, when you're talking about green roofs as well, you're saying that succulents are really the best type of plant to put on top of a green roof. Why is that?
Well, succulents are one of the plants that are adapted to those kind of conditions. So plants that can survive really low water conditions, high heat, they don't need to be watered all the time.
And these are some examples of succulents that we have down here, right? You know what, I'm going to ask you a personal question because I've almost killed all of my succulents that I have on my desk. How much water should you put in them?
It's actually a very good point you make because a lot of people overwater their succulents. Really, they don't need an awful lot. Yeah,
this one is gorgeous.
That's gorgeous, and even like this, the hens
they look like
and
little
chicks,
mini, like a mini cacti.
Yeah, they kind of do. Yeah, and they're really good at storing water in their leaves, so you don't need to water them an awful lot.
And speaking of water, there's some conservation tips in terms of water and the environment too.
Yes, when you water, make sure that you're watering smartly. So instead of overhead watering, which evaporates very quickly, spot water, giving your plants direct watering at the roots and letting it go very deep is a great way to do it with a watering can or even with a soaker hose, which is a very nice way to do it. And of course, the water barrel, which is a great way to save rainwater.
Basically containing it with whenever you've got some rainfall.
That's right.
Well, you can get a lot today and tomorrow.
You bet. Yeah, absolutely.
How much is that, for example?
The barrels, I'm not sure how much you can get something that size for.
Chicago has a program as well.
They do, yeah, and I think you can just look around to find all sorts of different sizes and different varieties.
Whether it be Home Depot or through the city's website.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, great.
And Carroll, as always, fantastic tips.
Thank you. Great to see you.
Thank you. And we also want to tell you the Chicago Flower and Garden Show runs through March 15th from 10 o'clock today until 8 o'clock in the evening each day, and then for tomorrow from 10 until 6. The tickets range from $5 to $14. Thanks so much.
Thank you.